好，大会第三天啊，第三天稍微换了一下那个日程啊，反正正好跟明天的换一下。我不知道 MK 在不在，他人好像不在。然后反正今天一会儿那个 Make Medley 也会估了，就那个什么吧。好，我们准备开始了，第三天。
Alright, Go's gave me the okay. Hello, everyone. I haven't practiced this. I'm doing this because the run was. I was supposed to do this tomorrow, but it is what it is. I'm here today. At Scribble Notes. I think this is Carnival's. I don't know if it's his most popular fan game, but I think it's his best fan game, at least, in my opinion. We'll just get going. We'll have plenty of time to talk. It's a pretty non-stop speedrun, but we'll just talk as it goes. In that case, I'll give a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the story of Scribble Notes is, I don't know. I actually have no clue what the story in this game is. But I'm sure it's awesome. There's plenty of text on screen, as you can see. I think it's... I mean, I think there's like 2 Carnival Fangers of the story, but this is the second and definitely the bigger one of the 2. This game has a lot of stages. The main goal in this game is to just reach the final boss and win. To do that, we have to go through 12 worlds and pick up a certain amount of notes in each world. These are the notes. I'm sure there's a bunch of important dialogue just there that I don't know anything about. But we have to pick up this note to unlock the teleporter. The teleporter is going to send us to the first world. And as we get all the notes in each world, we'll unlock the next world and so on and so forth. So here's the first world. So it says there's 5 notes in this world. We're actually only going to get 2. You can see in the top left, when I enter a new screen, sometimes it'll show like a certain amount of notes. And those are the notes I need to get before I can go to the next level. Here's the first item in this game. This game has a bunch of items. They all do a different thing. This is the one that lets you warp out of levels, so we can't even exit the level until we get this. It's pretty required. Otherwise, there's actually not much to do here. We can only get 2 of the 5 notes in our first visit. In pretty much all the stages on your first visit, you can only get like the exact amount of notes that it wants from you. So in this, we can only get 2 notes, and that's all the game wants from us. So then after that, we'll unlock the second world and so on. Yeah, this is 2 normal ending. Basically, I'm not doing the true end content at all. Here's the second note. I should also say there's 2 versions of this game. There's I Want to Be the Scribble, which was the original one, and then this is the second version, the Scribble Notes, which I think mostly just removes a whole bunch of traps. I haven't actually played Scribble, so I can't tell the difference, but I think in general this is like the better version of the 2. I think most people agree on that. Okay, so we're gonna go on a save, and then on a save we can use the warp out item. Back to the hub. There's a little item screen by the way. You can press X to enter the item screen. You're going to see the item screen a lot more as we get further into the run, where we need to switch between items a lot. For now, though, we can only just use the warp out item. So here we have 3 notes to collect. There's the first one, hidden in that little corner over there. I forgot to have my split. All of these stages have really awesome names. I forgot to get my splits up to actually, like, say the names out loud. This is like Rainy Ruins or something. There, second note's right there. You can also see that blue chest over there. We can actually get that chest, but it's only required for... It's not even required for true end. It's like 100% special content, I think. I don't actually remember what they're for, but I know we don't need them. Let's look at the cycle here. And the third note's over here. Give me that. Thank you. well, that's our main gun over there. The main gun does like nearly nothing in this game. It's surprisingly useless, honestly. That's it for level 2. A lot of these early levels will go by very quickly. It's very easy to get all the notes in them. As we get to like the halfway point of the game, we're going to start to see a lot longer levels. And here's level 3. It's the first level with a boss. I think this game has like 5 bosses. This level is very, very linear, except for this little bit right here. Which is where we get the first of, I think, 3 notes that we need here. That was not great RNG. The second note we'll get is the one right above there, but we need to take a pretty lengthy detour to get to it. These beautiful platforms on a path. I should also mention, you have like auto fire in this game, it's really awesome. It's also great because all the bosses have like way too much health. Not way too much, but way too much for no auto fire. A little trap right here. I'm gonna go for it, you can make this jump, yep. I'm gonna go down here to get that. We're gonna go down here to get that note that I was talking about earlier. Guarded by the rock. We cut the perfect cycle, so we just instantly dodged all the traps too. That was good. Did not catch this cycle though. Don't want to mess with the platform. So yeah, there's another path in the top right here. We can't get to it. We need the ice gun, which we're going to get in like half an hour. But here's the first boss. That's the giant enemy rock. Now ideally I want to do enough damage to make it bounce twice, and it's going to go in the second phase.
可爱的月亮啊，这月亮画风
I didn't hit it. Yeah. It bounced an extra time, that's okay.
那个半血了，眼睛被打
That
红
was
了，然
really,
后
really bad
死
luck
了
on those rocks. The rocks block your bullets, so that was incredibly bad.
红温了啊，对，红温。
Okay, there we go. That was a lot better. We got the early cycle there. There's the final attack now. Beautiful. And that's a note for us. Bosses don't really give anything in this game, they just kind of give another note. Thankfully we need those notes, so. Alright, on to level 4. Which is where we'll get our second item, and it's a really, really important item. It's like the first water level. And you'll see you can't really like breathe very long underwater.
那目前就是不能在水里呼吸过久啊。
solves that problem
然
for
后
us.
这一关会有个非常重要的道具。
Up here. I do find it really funny, like the moment the water is introduced, it just instantly becomes like a non-factor. Let me go over here to set this up properly. This should be good. There's also like a cutscene skip you can get if you mash shift here. I haven't gotten it yet, but Whenever you start a cutscene, you can mash shift, and sometimes it just skips all the dialogue in it. Saves a couple seconds. Anyway, we just got the item that lets us breathe for like way longer underwater. So now the whole thing about breathing underwater is not a problem.
这个作用就是延长在水中的呼吸时间。
20 seconds or something. Now we can go explore the rest of this level. Save, please. Again, there's 2 notes in this level. The second one you need the ice gun for. So we will need to come back later, but anyway, it's not required for normal ending.
后面的关卡现在还不能探索啊，需要拿到冰枪之后才可以啊。所以目前暂时先不那个什么。
And there's the 1 note we'll be getting here. Here you want to set this in a good position so that you can go through here and then not block your way back after. Same for the one up top. Cute little use of these blocks. And a little scary trap. And we're just gonna get warped back. On to level 5. Level 5, I think, is one of the more iconic levels in this game. When I think of this game, I usually end up thinking of this level. I don't really know why, but I feel like this is like the first like longer level in this game.
然后下一关啊，地下的秘密基地，就是俗称的工厂关。
Alright, again, I haven't practiced at all, so I'm gonna forget a bunch of traps probably. Okay, I was pushing that. Alright, just take it slow. Take this detour up here that we can get the 1 note on the left. I don't really need to save it, I'll take it. Now have to wait for the cycle down here anyways. And note jump scare. Oh, you know why I remember this stage? It's the first stage with ladders, and I love ladders. That's why. It all makes sense now. I think there's 4 notes available here, if I'm not mistaken. We can only get 3 of those. The 4th one requires the toy car, which you get in like level 9, I think. Oh, come on, shoot. Why do I have such a problem with shooting saves right now? Shouldn't be hard.
经典的爬梯子带坑的这种设计。
Forget this trap. I don't know why I tried that. There we go. I think this stage also has like a lot of traps compared to other stages. So it's a little more memorable. You know, spending more time here. It also has the second boss, which is way harder than the first boss. Honestly, I think most of the bosses in this game are actually like pretty hard. Except for the first one. That's close. I was gonna say a little gotcha, but then it actually got me, so... Well, it got me. And then just a quick screen of ladders. And more traps. Alright, here's the second boss. Now, ideally we get a 2-cycle on this guy, because if we get a 3-cycle, it's really bad. But this guy can also, like, really screw you over sometimes with these. These are fully random, and sometimes they just decide to group up together. And you gotta wait a long time before you can get a damage in. Alright, now he's gonna come down. Maximize our damage. That should be enough for a 2-cycle. Gotta get back to the middle before we get squished, because I think, yeah, now there's like a lot more of these, because we're past the halfway point. So he got angry. Looks good though, alright. Shouldn't be too much of a problem unless we get like really screwed in the final damage. Ooh, good thing I was in the position. I didn't realize those did not despawn. That could have been bad. Alright, we're out of there. Alright, level 6 is where we get our first special gun. Which means it's now time to see a lot more weapon switching. I know, I think you'll also never see the regular gun again after this. There's these ice blocks, we can't get past them. All we can do is just go over here. Oops. Failed to get the trap.
冰雪关日常这个砖块会碎啊。
There we go.
标配。这边要注意一下。
And here's a notch trap. They're trying to bait you into trying to dodge it.
有的时候踩这个时机得注意一下，不然会那个。然后这边好像是拿冰枪的吧，应该就是。
And over here is our first special gun. I don't need that save anyways. It's the fire gun. I still haven't gotten the cutscene skip. The fire gun shoots fire bullets. They break through ice blocks, and most blocks in this game actually are broken by the fire bullets. The problem is that the fire bullets also create a little bit of slag when they hit something. So if you're too close or like you're standing under something, you can get hit by the slag and die. The benefit is that you get to shoot in all directions as well, though. So we get to shoot upwards now. And downwards. So yeah, the regular gun becomes very useless at this point. There's also the first level that we have to do in several batches, is what I call. Basically, after I get this note right here, I'm gonna have to like leave the level and come back in. Because there's no way to backtrack, and even if there was, it'd be slower than just warping out. Even though warping out is pretty slow, it's still faster. There goes my mouse. Alright, we're gonna come back in and do the other the other path here. This house is pretty long, honestly. Lots of fun moments with ice blocks. Gotta be really careful with shooting these. That's why I'm like shooting them in like very specific ways so that I don't get hit by the slag. Also, what makes most bosses interesting past this point is that you'll be using the fire gun to shoot them. So oftentimes you'll be like shooting them and also trying to dodge the slag you're creating. Here's these blue ice blocks. To get past this screen, we have to like break all of them. Pretty simple. And again, although this time we have to take a little trip over here. That's enough. That's the one block we need to destroy. I never remember how I want to do this. I think it's like this. Go. And there's the note that we're looking for. One final trap. And we're out of there. And that is, in terms of levels, that's the halfway point of the game. Because that was the 6th level out of 12. But as you'll see, most of the levels from here on out are very long in comparison to the earlier worlds. Here's the sort of like demon castle or whatever. Lots of paths here, lots of notes to get. And right away you'll start seeing me do a lot of weapon switching because we're going to get our second gun right now, actually. And so we're going to start switching between the two guns a lot for their different applications. True, cat jam. Alright, get this cutscene skipped, come on. I still haven't gotten it. It's like frame perfect. If you press frame on like a very... If you press the jump on a very specific frame, you get to skip the cutscene.
好，拿到了冰枪啊，可以把这些狗老板给打成冰块。
Basically, only is useful to freeze moving cherries, but that's very useful because you get to use them as blocks and platforms and everything. The ice gun you cannot aim, and you can also only have one bullet on screen at a time, which generally not a problem. You're not using it for damage anyways. It's a utility gun. This, that, to send the platform back up.
这边的话需要把那个右下角的狗老板给它冻住，然后才能让这个板子回弹回来。冻住不许走。
And this is the first screen where we need to use both the fire gun and the ice gun. We'll do several loops here. I should know. Start with the ice gun, I always forget. Need to freeze this cherry in the right spot. Right about there, I'll do. And then use the fire gun to get out. Don't need to go through here because otherwise there's a trap. Now we're gonna walk back. Normally we would warp out, but it's actually a little bit faster to backtrack through this one. Warping out does take quite a lot of time after all. And this path is fairly close. Plus I didn't die, so none of the traps are active. We're going for this path next. Try to freeze this cherry over there. There we go. Just need to block the platform so it bounces back. Spooky cherry. Oops. So yeah, now that we have access to both the ice gun and the fire gun, you're going to see a lot of weapon switching. Oh, that's unfortunate. All the little bonk particles. This game has a lot of production value. Like for an old school adventure game. It's really nice, honestly. This game's fun. A little loop-de-loop here. No, I don't remember exactly how this goes. I think it's this. Yeah, okay. Yep, you know, I didn't actually know about that one. It makes sense, but... Alright, we're gonna warp out of here. This is the only other warp out we do mid-stage. Because this one, it's way faster to do this than to backtrack. Another nice touch is the arrows generally tell you where to go for notes. And once you got the note relating to a specific arrow, the arrow gets like crossed out. Nice little detail. So yeah, we need 3 notes to get over there. We're gonna get our 3rd note right here. Here's a cutscene we cannot skip, and so we'll just drink water. Delicious. I'm gonna reset here. Yeah, as you can see, the arrow there is crossed out because we got the 1 note here. Maybe a little faster. Here's the path to the boss. Trap, we need to switch to the fire. I always think there's another trap there, but I'm always wrong. I don't know why. I was going to shoot this. Oh, name it. Definitely one of the tougher screens right here. There we go. I'm gonna say with the red gun here, because we actually need it to damage this boss. Because this boss will never go down, it's always above us. So the only way to damage it is to shoot upwards.
这好像也是个白玉吧？这个白玉叫啥来着？
It's like one of the more random boss here. We cannot attack it too often. As you can see, there's always this like slag coming off when I shoot it. Just gotta be very careful. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah, this is a precognition from our man. Actually, it might have been out by this time. I think this is like a 2017 game. I don't know if Pokemon Sword and Shield was out by then. I tried to shoot a bunch of these. I didn't even notice one hitting me. Ah, well. Yeah, I personally say this is like the second toughest boss in the game. A couple of really hard attacks. Okay, all that red stuff falling off is a killer, so I always need to dodge it. Got a couple of nice hits there because the sword's not there to block it. This guy only has 4 attacks, thankfully, but 2 of them are pretty hard. Whenever he goes to the left. Let's get the shield there. This one's not too bad because you can break some of these. Oops. I think this also might be the longest boss in the game. It's because there's so few damage opportunities. No, come on. Alright, well, one more should do it. I've never heard this part of the song before. There we go. I'm pretty sure none of this kills, so... Get the note, and we're out. Okay. Now for a more simple stage. No items, no nothing, we're just doing this stage. The bio hole. Kinda looks like we're inside somebody. There's a very quick note right here. And I forgot about that trap. Not that one, though. Right, I was like, I'm not doing this right. I can't remember why. I'm supposed to do it like this. There we go. Quick session through the down path. Not really much to talk about here. We kind of, again, this is a very simple stage. Gonna be a lot of weapon swapping. Other than that, not too much.
这关速通没什么难点啊，就是记一下坑的位置就好了，是一个很简单的一关。
A little
啊，这个简单不是我说的，
swords here.
但它其实也挺简单的这个。
Gotta be careful though, because there's a trap right there. Only one note left to get here. It's the longer one to get. Didn't die, so none of the traps are active. That's good. I'm still not sure if warping out is faster for this one, but my guess is that it is faster to just do the backtrack. Except when you do that. onto the third and final path. There is a fourth path, obviously, but we can't get to it without the, I think this one requires the jet object, which is obtained pretty far in 100%. You won't see it at all in this playthrough. Why did I go there? A very bad decision on my part. I'm very out of practice for these couple, like, next stages, so this could get a bit rough, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, actually, I forgot to shoot one of them. Whoops. There we go. But also, I want to shoot this one. Hey. There we go. And then one more screen. And one more trap. Ideally, we don't die here, because dying loses a lot of time. I'll wait it out. Gonna wait for the cycle over here. Very good. And we're out of here. Alright, on to level 9. I think level 9 is one of the most memorable stages again for this game. It's a super linear stage, which goes against pretty much every other level so far, but it has the first special item, which we're going to unlock right at the start. Also, it looks kind of awesome. Okay, there's a trap there. I failed to trigger it, I guess. There we go. Here's the car. Still haven't gotten a single cutscene skip.
好，拿到了一个关键道具啊，
This is
小
really
车。
hurting my feelings.
我们现在可以开车了。
I
这
swear
个
this glitch is
车
real
控制
bad.
比较烦人，就是它控制的时候你 K 的是不能动的，所以
The
有时候会
car
被
is
坑
the first
出
of
剑的时
two sub items you'll get. That's this little car you can send out to do things for you. You can have it trigger traps, push buttons. That's pretty much it, actually, but it is used in quite a lot of scenarios in this game. Fits through small spaces. Yeah. It's very similar to the kid. The only difference is it's smaller, so it fits through small gaps, and you can't jump with it. You can only fall. So we're gonna have it go here. Also, it doesn't matter if it gets broken, you can spawn a new one. I think you have to do this, otherwise, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of, like, special sections here, like perfectly juggle the car and the player, otherwise you'll hit a trap at the wrong time. We have to get these blocks. I messed up. You gotta hit those blocks just right, or the car won't be able to pass on them. Is that gonna be enough? No, again, messed up. I'm not supposed to jump there, that's why I'm messing up. Yeah, this whole stage is just one linear path. It really stands out compared to other stages so far. All the notes are just like little tiny secrets along this one path. Oops. Right up. Get the car up here, then we do our things. Here, we gotta prep our stuff so that the car is gonna be able to travel. That should be good enough. All the way to the button. This is a hard save, right? We need to start with the fire gun. Prep the car over here. Need to trigger this trap over here. Alright, that was well executed. A little trick shot there. Gotta get the car in position
对
like that.
，Note 就是削弱了很多东西，然后砍了一些无脑坑吧。之前被诟病的地方改了很多，所以 Scribble Note 这个好评率比那个 I wanna be the Scribble 好多了。
So the car from the previous one. Gotta go over here and get this open for the car. And forget that the trap is there. That's definitely part of the plan. Alright, we're just trying to get that over there. Now we get a new car up. Like this. There you go. Lots of very involved bits with this. So that's really fun. Make it to there. Take the long ride up top to get to the note. Yeah, I meant to shoot the other one, but that works too. Little car journey down here to open this path. And there's actually a trap right there, so we need to send the car as well. And we get to hit this one ourselves. Donk. Alright, this is the final screen before the boss. Not much for us to do here as the player. We're just gonna keep dodging this spike while controlling the car. We're gonna do this again, and then we're gonna do it like this so we can jump up and open it up further so we can actually trigger this properly. And then here's the boss. This is a very luck-dependent boss. We're going to hope we get some really specific attacks. That was actually the right attack. I just messed up before it. The goal is to get, like, any attack and then get the homing attack twice in a row. The homing attack is really great because you get to do a lot of damage during it. The only way to destroy this blue star is to put a car in front of it. What's a force like? A car destroyer there. Ah, that was rough. That's fine. Just wait our turn. This is the one we want. Oh, get away from the top. that was... Only got the homing attack ones, that was still pretty good luck. We're out of there, no problem. Okay, now right away on our next level, we're going to get the final item of the normal route. Yeah, that was a good kill. I messed up the timing. Not perfect luck, but certainly pretty good luck. So we're just aiming to go here for now and get our item right off the bat. Use the car to get some more traps out of the way. I forgot where the trigger was for that. There we go. Again, I'm out of practice for these stages, so I'm going to forget a bunch of traps probably. Okay, and we're looking for is... I thought it was that one. It is over here. And this creates a lot of... Okay, last chance to get the cutscene skip. Okay, it's a fake glitch. I'm sorry, I couldn't show it. Okay, now we have 2 sub-items and 2 weapons. This is the bubble. Basically puts us in, like, catharsis water. So now whenever we want to, like, use the car, we need to switch between the bubble and the car, and whenever we want to use the fire gun, we need to switch between the fire gun and the ice gun. So we're going to be opening that menu a lot from now on. That was the first note here, now we just have to go down here for the other notes. Open up this path fully. You know, although you still have the water problem of like not being able to breathe in it, but you can breathe for so long in the catharsis water, it barely even matters. Here we go, we need to make a path for the little car. So that we may take the path back up. The path. A little note right there, we're gonna get that later though. Forgot to use that ledge instead. First we're gonna go through here. A little car adventure time. Need to be careful, because the moment the car dies, those spikes stop. Which is why you actually have to dodge it. Barely made that, that was nice. Since we have all items at this point, like, Saber's gonna, like, combine any number of things. And that's where, like, the game really gets interesting. supposed to shoot that again, forgot. Very easy to dodge trap. Alright, we're gonna go back to get that other note. I'm gonna play it safe here, just because it's way easier to do this when there's no traps, and I haven't died, so definitely don't want to waste this chance. Well, never mind. Now it's a pain. We shall wait. Right down here. Alright. Cute little save here where we dodge some traps. Gotta freeze this like right about there. So that we can break those blocks safely. Gonna use the bubble to make this even easier. And then back to the car. Actually, you need to use the car to get this note. It's actually interesting. Whoops. It's hard to get the car where you want it to go. There we go. Now we backtrack. Also, sometimes you see me take like a weird path through something. That's pretty much always because there's a trap on the other side. So like after that note, if I fell down on the left, then there would have been a trap and I would have died. I forgot that trigger was way earlier than I thought. Damn it. That's such a weird place for the trigger. That's like half in between the blocks. It's so hard to get used to it. I think that's pretty much the whole save, so. Yeah, the game's no longer afraid to be difficult. I'm gonna get a lot of pretty tough segments coming up, especially in the next stage. Alright, I'm supposed to shoot that switch. Silly. And there's a trap there. There we go. Whoops, it's the wrong gun. There we go. Obviously those blocks are fake, so I'm gonna take a detour. Well, not a detour, but we do need some assistance. Just the fire gun here, because I'm gonna like make a bad dash for it. Well done. Alright, the last note's right here for the stage. This is a pretty tough save. Wouldn't be surprised if I messed it up at least once. I kind of already did, honestly. That's not what I'm used to. Might be beneficial, though. Actually worked out really well. Alright, we're out of here. Only 2 levels left. This next one's also fully linear. It actually has no notes along the way, it's just a boss. Iconic cave story level. Wait, I'm supposed to do this over here, yeah. I wasn't supposed to break all of those. Forgot. assistance. Yeah, the path on the left there is reserved for Jet, so only thing we can do here is the regular path, which takes a while and leads us straight to the boss. A little skip you're going to see me do here if I do it correctly. Yeah, you can skip a bit of there. It skips like a water downward plane, which I'm not super fond of, so quite like this skip. It's like the only skip I've actually found in this game. There we go. What a good song. Actually didn't mean to do that. I just want to get the car right there. Then place it on when I'm ready to jump on. Ah, yeah. Kind of messed up the timing there. Now you just wait there. Classic gimmick here is the weighted platforms. And here you just put a car on one side and let it rise you up top. So the first time you get to see this, you can actually leave a car up and you switch to the bubble and the car stays there. This jump's hard, so there we go. Quite nice. Some spiky surprises in these blocks. I actually think it's just that block, but place this here. Actually not looking to break that block, looking to break this block. Break this here. And we just want to freeze this here so we can jump up. I've heard that like the worst moment, so I'm looking to freeze this like right there. Oh yeah, I'm on the bubble. Gotta make this high enough so that the cherry doesn't hit it. Then we send the car ahead to take care of this trap. No problem. I am not on the correct item. I actually did that completely wrong. I'm supposed to go here without the bubble so I can actually make this cycle. That's a tight cycle, but it's worth it. You know, I'm supposed to jump down there. Kind of forgot about that. There we go. Right, only 2 screens left until we're at the boss. Ideally, we're actually going to skip the next save. I don't know if I'll get it, though. So you can take the left path there, but it actually only leads to a save. And this right path is where you actually want to be going. I'm gonna take it just as a backup, but really don't need it. No, it's a classic save, so you just go back and forth between two spots, just slowly progressing forward. And then the shaking traps, obviously. Alright, gonna switch over to the bubble. Here's the boss. I think this is like the other boss that people would think is the hardest boss in this game. But you get a lot more damage, so I think it's a lot easier. You can really, like, get this guy down pretty quickly. You gotta be careful. He is kind of a smiley dude. Well, that can also happen. Another thing, you don't have a lot of ground here. And your fire gun actually... The fire gun breaks the arena, plus some of the attacks from the boss will also break the arena too. Gotta be pretty careful with your shots here. Yeah, I just broke a lot. Even more than I wanted. Okay, that was weird. I'm really not too comfortable with the right side, but I don't have much choice, so... That was pretty quick. Gotta wait here to pick up the note when the warp is down here. That went pretty well, all things considered. And now we're on to the final world. The final of 12 worlds. It's time for Scribble Land. I got a left path and a right path right at the start. It is ever so slightly faster to take the left path. And this is where you're really going to see a lot of weapon switching here. Weapon and item switching. These saves get a little long and they kind of require you to use pretty much everything you've earned. Not really need the bubble here, but it's safe. This area is a bit more of a medley section where you see a bit of everything you've seen so far. Medleying your own game in the middle of the game? Impressive. Carnival was ahead of his time, you know? It was a great song, too. And try to shoot this cherry kind of like in the middle. Yeah, right about there, that'll do. So we can jump up using it. There we go, that's better. And this is a, yeah, the return of the gimmick. Gotta break all the blocks before you can exit. This little section's actually pretty short. And this is like the last screen of this left path. I want to slow this cherry down, get a... Oops. Already got the car up. A little breath before we go back down. Oh, that's unfortunate. So if you see in the top left, it says we need 4 notes to progress. That's not really true, we just need to beat the final boss, but we do need the other notes to even reach the final boss, so... It's sort of true. fake trap. Tries to get you with a gotcha. Didn't mean... I thought I had the bubble out. So I actually don't need the bubble here, but... I'm gonna open this path. On the right is the path to the final boss, but first we need to go down here. The secret spooky area. Yikes. I've actually never done this before, but I'm gonna like freeze these because it's a little safer. Here's the gimmick of this little scary stage. You have like these ghost cherries that chase you at specific points. You gotta lead them to the candles. I forgot to break that block. A little extra loop-de-loop. Okay, here we're gonna try to do this. I just do it for the first one. I have the wrong weapon out. This is really where you get to see like the most weapon switching in the game. We're gonna leave this little toy car right... Actually, I think we need to leave it there. Yeah, because there's a random trap that activates there. We need to leave the car there, otherwise the candle's not on. To get us past this ghost cherry. It is like one of the most complicated screens in the game. Okay, that's already wrong. Okay. Get this over here. Switch to bubble. That's ideal. And we take the car again, bring it a little further down. And again, we're going to use the bubble here to break this. Immediately switch to ice to break that. And bring the car over here. And we need to be careful, we need to time this properly. By which I mean I've actually never timed this properly, I just get lucky every time. There we go. Bring the car on the switch at the right moment to get the candle up for a split second. Here you can't see anything. Yeah, I need to remember where everything is. I have no clue how I died. I think I hit Q like at the wrong moment. Send the car down here to trigger this spike. Place it again. Where am I again? Okay, there we go. Now I'm down here. Bit of a knowledge buff from knowing this. It's a tough screen to really figure out. The car doesn't let you see a whole lot. Then we make our way over to the final section of the game. Yeah, as you can see, you need the 2 notes before you can even reach this little bit. The teleporter in the teleporter level. Not what I was looking for. There we go. The quiet before the storm. It's the calm before the storm. I'm getting everything mixed up tonight. that. And here's our third note. And here's the storm. It's pretty calm storm actually, but the final bit of this game, completely linear section. Again, just gotta make use of everything you've learned so far. That cycle wasn't great. And now this is spinning, so we can go down here. Welcome to the multicolored land. Gotta say with the right weapons equipped. I kind of entered that a little bit too early. I might drown, we'll see though. Actually reached like a really good cycle there. The first part of this is going to see a lot of car usage. I gotta like time this correctly so that the car makes it onto this and over without touching the spike. As you can see, this is a lot of menuing now. There's no way around it. You gotta switch weapons constantly. Alright. I'm gonna try to make this cycle favorable for us, but I might fail. Get rid of this first. I actually forgot to get this too. This cherry's really slow, so I should get there in time still. Just get this frozen right there. Use the bubble to get past everything. And there's much left in this stage, actually. The stage goes by pretty quickly once you know what you're doing. It just takes a long time to learn on your first playthrough. I did forget to place the car down over here. Now we get to go up. There's actually like 2 screens up before the final boss. Pretty easy screen right here. Kind of just go fast and it works out. Right. You know, when the game wants you to go left, it's ideal to just go left, right? Instead of like hitting the right arrow key. I think that's for the best, usually. There's something I learned in all my years of speedrunning fan games, it's definitely that. Like the one tiny piece of slag that was left. Like the worst possible RNG on that spawn, probably. Okay, that is completely fair. I don't even know why I jumped that high. That's what I get for calling this screen easy. That cherry thing actually, like, nearly screwed me up. I saw it's like slide by the car. Not too much trouble though. Alright, this is the final screen. Freeze this. And then we place this over here. This doesn't feel right. No, it is right. Do this. Try to be careful. So somehow the final screen is the only one that doesn't actually need the car. Get this out of the way so the cherry can move. Kinda true. Kinda true. I think the bubble for this, but you know, better safe than sorry. I can do the cutscene skip one more time here. Let's see if I get it. There's a cutscene right here. I haven't gotten it once. I know it's frame perfect, but come on. Alright, just get our weapons ready. Alright, final boss time. It's the evil wizard. I don't know, this probably has a name. So yeah, much like all the other bosses, just gotta be careful with the slugging. True, he is kind of the main antagonist of all the carnival games. That damn prince. Right, I slugged myself. Whoops. Not too hard of a fight, honestly. You just gotta, like, get past these first attacks, then you're good to go. Like, this attack right here is probably the one that has the most chance of killing you. Here, we're just gonna go over here. And we should be able to finish off the boss right here if we do enough damage. Right. Gotta be careful here. You don't want to actually touch this node before the water finishes, or else you'll actually drown. Time is coming up pretty soon. And time. Alright, I don't think that was too bad. AFK timer, come on. 118? That might be a PB. What's my live split say? That's a PB by 30 seconds. That was the best Scribble notes run you've watched. Thank you, Wolsk. Thank you. That's a PB. I mean, I would get a 115. Restart OBS after this run. I did notice the stream was like stuttering a little bit. Couldn't tell if it was on my side or not, but that's alright. Oh, I mean, obviously, very fun game. There's a lot more to do after this. Again, like, we skipped a whole bunch of notes. Now after this, you get to go back through all the levels and get all the notes. Then you unlock the final item in the game, the jet booster. Then you get to go collect the final notes, and once you have all 50 notes, you get to go defeat the true evil Dark Shiratama and save the land once and for all. But that takes a lot more time, and I didn't have time to learn more for the speedrun, so we're here. Yeah, I'd probably keep running this, try to get down to like a 115 at least. Shouldn't be too hard. Pretty good for not practicing as well. But I think that's going to do it for me. And I guess Ghost will also restart OBS, so we'll have a momentary stream interruption and we'll just be back. What's world record? It's what you just saw, actually. The only other run of Scribble is actually not of Scribble notes, it's of the original Scribble, and it's like 127 or something. By Rainy, or Kuma. Surprisingly, I'm the only one who's run Scribble notes. I don't know why. Nobody just wants to run this game. It's great. I guess it's all the menuing. It's probably all the menuing that turns people away. Kuma, I wanna. The question mark because it's not the true end. If Nira's done runs, I haven't seen them. Man, now you can see we unlock this little section. Once we get 45 notes, which is every node that doesn't require the jet booster, you get the jet booster. And once you have all the notes, you get the demon lair key for the final level. And the crystals there are for like a boss rush sort of thing. I don't remember what they're for. Completely optional though. Anyway, I think that'll do it for me, unless Ghost wants me to play a little bit more. I guess I'll see if Nira's done runs.
多玩一会儿，等到下一个节目。
Got 15 minutes. Decent. I do have some notes about the notes about notes. The notes I can get. Slenderman definitely got carried away, so I guess I'll show off some of the other notes. Quick break run. I would not even attempt to do the needle in that, which is why it wouldn't be interesting. Yeah, we can go back through the levels now and get some much harder notes, since these are not required for the main ending at all. So you need the fire gun to get over here at all. I think this requires the car? Yeah. No. I haven't done this in so long. I don't trust it, yeah. It's kind of easy to tell when you leave the car. I actually probably haven't heard it a lot in this game. The custom, like, block disappearing noise. I really like the block disappearing noise a lot in this game. Definitely fits for, like, pulling the rug under your feet. was a gotcha here. I can't remember what it was, though. That's what it was. I vote that we stop calling traps traps and start calling them gotchas instead. How does this work again? Something like that. The platform is like hard to tell where it spawns on the cloud. It's like halfway in the cloud. There we go. Probably faster back to warp out here. And I'll show it off of that. Like the place where you get the first note in the game, it like gets more and more decorated as you progress through the game, but nothing ever spawns right. I kind of don't understand it. I think that might be where the boss rush ends up being when you get all the crystals, but obviously haven't done that. So yeah, here you can only go here after you get the water item. I don't think that's how you were supposed to dodge that, but hey, it worked. Right, what am I even doing here? I think I'm just placing that over there. Okay. It's a puzzle, I have to think for a second. Yeah. Once a weird quirk, which is why like this is a bit weird, but once you've pushed these blocks once, you actually cannot push them again. Oh, my phone's ringing when it's in my bedroom just because it's my alarm. So yeah, those are all the notes you can get. So there's like a couple stages. I think there's... I can't remember if it's 5 stages or 4 stages where you cannot get every single note. Because you need the jet booster for the final ones. Here, once again, you need the item that makes you breathe more. The lightning strike. By the way, guys, I can't check Discord while I'm playing, so just drop a message when it's time to stop playing. In Twitch chat, I mean. I think there's something here. I guess not. Oh, there it was. Got lucky on that. Yeah, every item unlocks quite a few nodes from previous worlds. Because you like the thing that makes you breathe longer actually unlocks 2 whole notes. Which, I mean, you get this item like super early on, so I guess you finish up this world to get the other note in here. It is is it again? I have right down. It's over here. I need the fire gun to do this. I cannot remember these screens at all, so if there's a single trap in here, I'm gonna get destroyed. I forgot to get this. Quite a lengthy path here. This game has an all-around, like, fantastic soundtrack, honestly. That's kind of all jammers. No. The single spike. Which one even was it? It was this one? There we go. Unleash the beast. No. There we go. The note. The beautiful note. I was gonna say, there's probably gonna be a lightning strike somewhere. This is the lightning strike stage after all. And that's it for World 2. So now you would never need to come back here in a full game playthrough. It only has one extra note, but we can get it right away. I think this just requires the ice gun. These blue chests, by the way, are for the crystals. I think I talked about it earlier, but just in case I didn't. The crystals are those weird items that aren't required for True End at all. It's just for, I'm pretty sure it's just for Boss Rush. I actually can't remember for sure. Oops. Yeah, I mean, Undertale is like... That's what, 2015? Well, Scribble is actually not that old. I think it's 2017. I don't remember how old Scribble is, but... Maybe 15. I'm assuming that's Undertale. Which, yeah, that would make sense. Oh, so I didn't even... This is Undertale music? I didn't even recognize. So yeah, if you try to shoot a block like too close with the fire gun, I think the slag just spawns on you. Oh, different song. I was never gonna make that cycle. There's something here with the spikes that I cannot remember. Right, that breaks the platform, so you actually don't want to do that. That was the thing. Just wait as long as you possibly can on here. That's the only thing in World 3 that we have to do. Checking in case I never receive notification. Yeah, I think there's one note we can get in every single level up to like level 9 now. Yeah, we can get the other note here. I think this just requires the fire gun. Oh, I should look at my, hold on, let me. I can say the awesome level names now. So this is the Deep Sea City. They're really, really awesome level names, honestly. The first level is called the Hill of Beginnings. I love that. I was gonna say that's probably not good enough. And the second level is called the Rainy Grassy Ruins, and the third one's the Ultramarine Cave. I mean, when the first level was called the Hill of Beginnings, and the last level is called Scribble Land, like, you just know it's all gold. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Oh, I forgot to get these. That's a maker that knows what they're doing, you know? Yeah, this level's really short, as you can see. Now this one, it actually doesn't say fully on my splits. I think this one's called the, yeah, it's the Underground Secret Base. You need the toy card to get here. 2 notes more. Alright, so we get this level and then the next level then. That's not how I'm supposed to do that. Right. No, don't make me finish 100% run. Again, I genuinely haven't played any of the jet booster notes. Actually, you don't want to do that. Or do you? I can't remember. Right, we're going here. No! Slag got the car. Oh, come on. The hitbox of the card is a little smaller than it looks, so it's actually not as hard as it seems. Thank God, because if that was like 32 pixels, that would be a true nightmare. Unfortunately, now I have to do this. Okay. Note to self, stay on the second ladder. There we go. The notes. Yeah, I lost the 50-50. Right, yes. The double trap. Right, this is also a really iconic note, too. You catch it while it's falling. I'll quickly show off the level names before I do the final note that I have time for. So this is Snow and Hot Spring, Castle of Darkness, Biohole, Star Tower, Wanatech Factory, Moonlight Ruins, and then this is Scribble Land, of course. Just all around awesome level names. A Crimson save for a Crimson note. Right, this is over here. Past where we got the fire gun earlier. A bit easier there. I remember nothing about this. I feel like I remember a trap. I think it's mostly like you need to go... It's like there, yeah. If you don't go right there, then you can't go back. I don't know why I tried to do that like that. That was not my best idea. If you're wondering why these ice blocks are here, we actually play this game on very hard. Oh no! Ghost, you might want to stop this. I don't remember this puzzle. Oh, I know I did this, but this could take a little while to figure out. Alright, we'll stop here. Players at home, you can figure out this puzzle on your own. That's your homework. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, I think up next we got like a little stream restart, and then we'll have a... Well, not for us, but for the Billy stream. Then we got I want to give trinkets to friends and family, which if you didn't see that at Fangame Marathon, definitely keep an eye out for it. It's going to be a good run. And I'll see you all tomorrow.
感谢 Cosmo，Thanks to Cosmo for his Scribble run。然后我们准备下一个，当然之前我先重启一下 OBS 啊，因为有丢帧的情况，我先切个转场，然后重启一下。We will restart stream. Let's wait a few minutes.